This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Wednesday, the 2nd of April. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather unseasonably warm through Saturday and just north and west of here. We have some pretty dangerous weather conditions, the chance of major flooding and the chance of severe storms and tornadoes. And again, this is just north and west of Alabama. So a lot to talk about today. Ultimately, we'll deal with storms at some point this weekend. So here's the current upper air look, and it's a pretty classic setup there for some strong storms out ahead of that big trough over the eastern states. We have a strong southwest flow aloft, very strong wind fields, a divergent flow out across the mid-south. We'll check the visible satellite view, and you can see that it's sunny over South Alabama. If you're in Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, Covington counties, nothing but sun. For the rest of the state, we have a mixture of clouds and sunshine, a field of cumulus clouds. And that's the radar composite this afternoon, and you can see organized storms over Arkansas, northwest Arkansas, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect there. Scattered showers and storms are forming around the Mississippi Delta up toward Memphis, and we'll be watching those carefully. Those could go severe, and those could ultimately produce tornadoes later this afternoon and tonight. The 80s are back. Look at here. Tuscaloosa, 86. Birmingham, 83. Huntsville, 81. Mid to upper 80s for the southern half of the state as well. So it's breezy today. There is a wind advisory for a pretty good chunk of north, central, and southwest Alabama. The county's in brown on that map, and that's gradient winds, not related to storms. And then we have a flash flood watch in effect for North Mississippi and West Tennessee and much of Arkansas. And the counties in yellow in Arkansas, that is a tornado watch in effect there. The flash flood watches stretch from Arkansas up into Ohio. We've got winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Minnesota and the Dakotas. Winter weather advisories for northern New England. So here we go. That's the severe weather outlook through tonight. We have the broad risk running from Texas to the eastern Great Lakes. And again, you can see we have a level 5 out of 5 high risk of severe storms. In the purple colors there, that would include places like Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Memphis, Dyersburg, Tennessee, Paducah, Kentucky, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And surrounding that, a level 4 out of 5 risk from southern Arkansas up into parts of Illinois, Indiana. And again, the enhanced risk goes all the way down to Dallas-Fort Worth and almost up to Detroit and Cleveland. This is the probabilistic outlook for tornadoes. And again, in that high-risk area, the chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a given point is up to 30 to 44%, which is a pretty high number. And, of course, the hatched area on the map, that means there could be a few significant tornadoes. And we do note that the risk kind of clips the northwestern corner of Alabama, but really and truly, the good high-resolution, convection-allowing models keep the storms just north and west of Alabama. But as always, we'll watch radar trends. Tomorrow, not much change. Got a risk of severe storms from Texas to the Atlantic coast, basically from near San Angelo, Texas to Washington, D.C., Baltimore, New York. The Jersey Shore, an enhanced risk, level 3 out of 5, through parts of Tennessee, Arkansas, North Mississippi, and the northeastern tip of Texas. Let's go to day 3, which is Friday. Got a risk of severe storms from Texas up into the Ohio Valley. And we keep going. This is day 4, Saturday. And remember, this extends through early Sunday morning. An enhanced risk over much of Mississippi into parts of Louisiana. In Alabama, we have a risk of severe storms defined generally west of a line from near Jacksonville to Clanton to Jackson. The area is in yellow on that map. And again, this is mainly for activity that comes in here late Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And then after 7 a.m. Sunday, we have a risk of severe storms basically from Birmingham south and east. The area is in yellow on that map. And we'll take a look at modeling here on that situation in just a moment. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days and some huge, huge numbers from Arkansas to Ohio. And this is suggesting some locations could receive over 1 foot of rain. And most of this will be between now and Saturday. Over parts of Arkansas, southeast Missouri, northwest Tennessee, western Kentucky. And I know that the buzz is all about the severe thunderstorm and the tornado chances here, but understand the flooding is going to be a big deal. If this materializes, this could create some really severe flooding problems there. Now, in Alabama, the amounts are going to be around 2 inches for the northern half of the state, 1 to 2 inches for South Alabama. And remember, the bulk of our rain will hold off until late Saturday night into Sunday. So, model fans, here we go. Let's start with the high-resolution HER. This is valid after midnight tonight. This is 09Z. That would be 4 a.m. And again, notice the HER keeps the showers and thunderstorms north and west of Alabama, over northern and western Tennessee, North Mississippi. And I think that's the right concept. We have this strong upper ridge basically acting as a shield, keeping the storms north and west of here. Now, having said that, could a storm drift down toward Florence and the shoals? Yes. But again, it just looks like the big severe weather problems will stay north and west of Alabama tonight. But again, as always, we'll watch radar trends. So this is tomorrow, the GFS 12Z run, 4 o'clock. You can see the big western trough, but that nice ridge, upper high, the Bermuda high anchored in here from the east, and that's over Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. And like tonight, that should keep showers and storms north and west of the state. And there might be a few isolated showers over North Alabama tomorrow morning, but again, most of the state dry, and again, very warm. High should be in the upper 80s. Really no change on Friday. Same thing. We've got the ridge in place, upper 80s, showers and thunderstorms well to the west. And this is Saturday. And again, a decent chunk of the day Saturday should work out to be dry. There's a lot of questions about the weather for the weekend. So let's look at the flash density product coming off the European. This is valid Saturday evening at 7 o'clock. And the European's a little faster with this, suggesting we could see some scattered storms across North Alabama as early as late Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. But the more organized activity is still to the west. So again, we'll introduce the chance of showers and thunderstorms late Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and then into Sunday. This is Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. And you can see this is the main batch of storms coming through, and hopefully coming through at that hour of the day that will help to mitigate the chance of a major severe weather problem. This is the instability Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, and the air is somewhat unstable. Those numbers not especially high for April, but certainly sufficient for strong to severe storms. So the bottom line is now, and again, we're not within range of the good convection allowing high-resolution models. That's once we get within 60 hours. But at the moment, it looks like we'll begin to see at least a chance of showers and storms late Saturday afternoon and Saturday night, continuing into Sunday, especially Sunday morning for the northern half of the state, and maybe Sunday afternoon for the southern counties of the state. And it's just too early to call at this point in terms of storm mode, the magnitude of the event. But just be aware we could have some active weather at that time. This is the synoptic scale look for Sunday, back to the GFS. And again, I think by Sunday afternoon, the better chance of showers and storms shifting down into South Alabama. Monday, we're done with the storms and a cool air mass coming in here. Hey, if you're in the Tennessee Valley, Huntsville, the Shoals, you might stay in the 50s all afternoon. That's a huge change from where we're going to be for the next 3 days. And this is Tuesday, and once again, we're seeing evidence that we're going to see a lot of folks with 30s over North Alabama. And quite frankly, Wednesday, this is a week from today, that might be the coldest morning of next week. A little shortwave coming into Texas with rain to the west, but again, early Wednesday morning, I think a lot of places, maybe even South Alabama, could see lows in the 30s with frost, and the colder pockets will likely see a freeze, a late season freeze. So again, growers beware. That's Tuesday and Wednesday morning of next week. Let's keep going. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday, April 12th, troughing to the south and east, and once again, we are dry and pleasant. We'll check rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. The mean a little over 2 inches between now and the 17th of April. Temperatures coming off the national blend of models. Look at those upper 80s through Saturday. And then by Monday and Tuesday, the high dropping to 61. That's a huge drop. And again, this is for Birmingham. Understand many places will be colder during the early morning hours, but the coldest morning now showing up is Wednesday morning of next week with 38. For Birmingham, and again, many spots will likely be colder than that. So this is the new long-range guidance just in. This is for April 10th through April 16th. And if this works out, temperatures would be still a little below average, but certainly will probably start to trend back upwards a little bit at that time frame. And again, this is for the period April 10th through April the 16th. Temperatures will likely be above average out in the western states. So before we go, I thought we'd pull up the actual radar here coming out of Memphis. So we're live at 2:49. And we note while we have been doing this update, the Weather Service in Memphis posting a severe thunderstorm warning for the storm that is coming out of North Mississippi around Olive Branch, coming up toward Germantown. And this will be passing east of Memphis, but that's the first warning of the day in the Mid-South. And again, it's going to get very active in through here. And this is where we have that high risk, level 5 out of 5, of severe thunderstorms tonight. And we'll watch these things carefully, and these could spin up pretty quickly. We'll kind of peek at this thing together, and there's no evidence of any storm rotation at this point, but that could change pretty quickly as we go along here. And again, that storm is on the Tennessee-Mississippi state line, a little to the southeast of downtown Memphis. And notice, look at these multiple tornado warnings up and through here that are over northern Arkansas and parts of southern Missouri. I mean, we got all kind of stuff going on here. We got tornado warnings in effect from Mountain Home, Arkansas to West Plains, Missouri. And again, that will be rolling to the east. I do weather on some commercial radio stations in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, and over into southern Illinois. And they'll be dealing with that tonight. So, again, very active weather off to the west. And, again, if you missed it, the risk of severe storms is north and west of Alabama tonight. We have a high risk from almost El Dorado, Arkansas, back up to near Paducah, Kentucky. The area is in purple on that map. That's a level 5 out of 5 high risk, and that's where there could be a few long-track violent tornadoes. And again, we do want to point out that you can see some colors into northwest Alabama, but again, the good high-resolution modeling we're seeing here, for example, the HRRR keeps the storms north and west of Alabama. This is 4 a.m. after midnight tonight. So we'll be watching trends carefully. And again, if you're in Florence, Muscle Shoals, Tuscumbia, Sheffield, Waterloo, just watch the radar trends. But I just think this ridge will do us good and keep those storms out of here. And it will be ultimately late Saturday, Saturday night, and Sunday before we deal with the chance of strong to severe storms. It will not be of the same magnitude. People are asking, will it be a high risk here? No, it will not be. But again, it's really too early to be specific about the magnitude and the modes of severe weather. Hopefully, the best case scenario for us is that these storms come through here Sunday morning, much like what we had Monday morning of this week. Just a lot of rain, thunder, lightning, some small hail. We did have one tornado, of course, down in Dothan. Actually, 2 tornadoes in southeast Alabama, but hopefully that'll be the case. And it's pretty similar. It's a very similar setup for Sunday morning. But we'll know much, much more tomorrow and on Friday. So had a great time today. I was at Children's of Alabama and had a good time seeing many of the patients there and their families. It's Weather Wednesday. For the first Wednesday of the month, I go down to Children's and do programs there. Tomorrow going to be at Eclectic Elementary School down in Elmore County, and then in Opelika doing a program at Southern Union, and then Friday Bluff Park Elementary in Hoover, and then a program at Ascension Episcopal Day School. And again, we have no book signing on Saturday. So that'll do it for this afternoon. Don't forget to watch us on the TV side. Hey, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock right across the hall in Studio A. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.